Get started here. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining in. This is day one of our 10 days of training, re-energizing our body. And I'm really, really excited. And again, thank you guys so much. I've been really excited about sharing this. We're covering 10 days, and basically we're going to be learning about how to re-energize the body. We're going to talk about how to be able to get the energy in the body to naturally increase without taking anything, without taking turning to coffee and things like that, which is, I feel, is a lot of normal go-tos. When people are really tired, they turn to stimulants, and rightfully so if they don't know exactly what to do. But there are some really, really simple solutions that I've learned over the years now that allow me to be able to increase my energy really, really quickly, and anybody can do it. And so on top of that, we're also going to be talking about how to be able to stay in a consistent exercise regimen. So I know a lot of you guys are really pumped up to go ahead and do today's workouts. And most people, if you're like me before, my old self would have been, okay, guys, we're going to be really going after it. Let's do 30 minutes. Let's do 60 minutes. And we're going to really, really just crush it. And everybody will be super sore tomorrow. And then nobody's going to show up because everybody will be too sore. And that's how a lot of exercise regimens usually go. Is we have day one, we're going really, really hard, and by day 2 to day 3, we're so tired and sore that we need to take days off. And sometimes those days off can be up to a week. I mean, how many guys have been sore for almost a whole week because you trained too hard on that day one, right? And I know we're really excited for it. However, after I've been training over 20 years now, I started training when I was 11 years old. So I've had a lot of these type of, you can't move, you can't sit down, I can't put on my pants because I'm so sore. And I've learned that the most important thing when it comes to training, and comes to taking care of our body and mind, it's just consistency. That's all it is. But the thing about how to be consistent, the first thing about how to be consistent is not pushing our bodies to the edge, especially when we are getting started again. So for you guys that have been training every single day, it will be much easier. You can go ahead and push yourself a little bit harder, and it's okay because your body's already accustomed. Now, for you guys that aren't training every day and aren't training basically a minimum of 3 times per week, really pay attention to what I'm about to share. When you're pushing your body, make sure you're only pushing your body up to about 70% max. And whatever that 70% max could be for you, you can decide. But it takes a little patience because you get really excited and you really want to push for it. But I really would like everybody to be part of our training for the next 10 days, And in order to do that, it requires having some patience and taking your time. So this way, every day, you're feeling your body the next day. You're feeling a little sore, but you're still able to function. You're still able to feel good. And that is a lot of the things that we're going to be covering also, is how to be able to train our bodies to become stronger, to become leaner, to become healthier. But at the same time, this process of doing so, not to feel so sore every day, not to have something that's supposed to enhance our health, but instead make us feel tired and drained and so exhausted, which I found after being in the fitness industry for so long is kind of like this kind of typical result. And, there's much better ways to do it. And fitness has been evolving a lot now. There are all kinds of trainings, all kinds of different moves, all kinds of different styles. And so I'm really excited after being in this space for so long now. And one of the biggest things is on how to be consistent. And it requires being able to listen to our body, practicing on connecting to our body, and not just be able to contract the muscles that we're working, which is really good for building muscle, but to be able to listen and to be able to see how we're feeling on the inside. That is probably one of the biggest things that are overlooked in fitness today. is to be able to connect to how the inside of our body feels when we're exercising. And when we don't pay attention to that and we only look at trying to get a certain repetition or trying to push a certain weight or just trying to keep up with everybody else, we lose connection to the way our body feels. And when we do that, we aren't listening to our muscles. We're not listening to our joints. We're not listening to our ligaments. We're not listening to our tissues. We're not listening to any of these things. We're not listening to the energy level in our body. And this is important because when our body is really, really stressed, when we exercise the right way, we get rid of that stress. But when our body's really stressed and we don't exercise correctly, and instead we just totally push ourselves because we're trying to hit a certain number or a certain goal, we end up actually getting our bodies more stressed. And how many of you guys have gotten injured from exercising? How many guys have gotten injured from exercising? Knee pains, elbow pains, shoulder pains, lower back pains, from sometimes things that you've done easily before, and suddenly out of the blue you pull something, right? Or something was too tight and suddenly you have these pains. And you're wondering, like, why is this happening? You know, how did this happen to where I know I can usually do this? This doesn't seem to be something that is really, really out of my scope of what I think my body can do. And suddenly we get injured. And a lot of the reasons why is because our body is too tense. Our body was stressed. And what it needed to do was to be able to ease into the exercise that we're doing, not because we're not strong enough to do it, but because there's other factors in exercising, in working out, that's beyond just the ability, the strength to be able to do some exercises, or the flexibility to be able to do it. There's a lot more other things. And one of those things is connecting to the way we feel and making sure that we are working on making our bodies more healthier and stronger, while at the same time, we are working on releasing stress. We're looking on releasing a lot of the trapped tension inside of our body. So, okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick re-energize your body challenge, a 60-second, what I call 60-second flow reset. So guys, you can stand up. You want to stand up for this. Okay, so this is the video that I shared in the members area for you guys that had a chance to go ahead and watch it. You know, we're going to be doing this now. And if you didn't, it's okay. Let me go ahead and pin this video. All right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. And before you do so, I want you to just take a minute and just feel on your alertness, your energy level right now. Just see how it feels. Just kind of pay attention to it. It's like, okay, you know, just look around. You see the way you're seeing things. You kind of feel the way your energy feels right now. And I want you just to have an idea, because then afterwards, we're going to go ahead and see how it feels right after. And this is only going to be less than 60 seconds. And this is basically what we call a flow reset. This is a 60-second flow reset. So it's a really quick way that you can do this anytime, anywhere, to get your energy up right away. Okay. So here's all we're going to do. We're going to be doing 20 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And afterwards, we're going to jump up and down, more like a hopping up and down. And we're going to do that 20 times. And then every time when we're hopping, when we come down, when our feet hits the ground, we're going to exhale through our nose. So basically blowing out through the nose. Okay, so the breathing basically looks like this: in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, and our jumping is just basically a hop like this. And we're going to be exhaling through our nose every time. So it sounds like this. And when we're doing it, the key thing to do is making sure that when we come up, our shoulder comes up and it comes down. We're dropping or moving our shoulders up and down. And the reason that we're focusing on that is because we carry a lot of tension in our neck and our shoulders and in our face area. And so upper back. And so when we when we do this jumping and we're breathing, we're helping to release the tension, okay, especially in these areas here. So that's why when you jump, you want to have your shoulders up, keep it really loose, and when you come down, you want to exhale through your nose. Okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna be doing 20 breaths and then 20 jumps. All right, guys, ready? All right, so let's begin. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 10 more. Now 20 hops. Let's begin. Okay, and that's it. So now I just want you to go ahead and feel your body. And just notice a little bit of change here. So you see, really, really simple. Just 20 breaths, 20 jumps. And even something so fast. How many of you guys can feel just a slight difference now in your alertness, right? Just in your alertness. Amazing. So simple, right? So easy, it takes less than 60 seconds. And guys, you can do this anywhere, okay? You can do this anywhere, you can do this anytime. And this is something that is really, really immediate. You know, it's almost faster than coffee because coffee, you still gotta wait for it to go ahead and kick in. And this, simply through our breath, okay, I'm gonna break this down. It's a really simple thing. You're gonna learn a lot more on this in the next 10 days. Simply through breathing and simply through shaking the body, when we combine those two together, you're able to amplify the natural energy that is already existing inside of our body. See, energy doesn't just come from food. Energy just doesn't just come from caffeine and stimulants and herbs and all these things. Energy is inside of our body already. Energy comes from up here and down here, from the ground up and from the sky down. Imagine your body like a conduit of energy, like two electricity points coming together, and you are the fuse in which they are coming in, except like this. How many of you guys have heard of grounding, going outside and putting your feet into the ground? Raise your hand. How many of you guys have experienced that? Or seen biomats and things like that? When we plug our feet into the ground, and when we are upright and we have our spine tall and a good posture, naturally we connect to more energy because energy is always coming down from up above and from the ground up. And so the ability for us to experience more energy is not so much of having to create more energy. This was one of the biggest discoveries when I found out about this years ago. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it all makes sense now. Okay, so remember this. We are not trying to create more energy. We are simply opening up the ability to receive the energy that is already coming, that is always always plugged in. We are always plugged into massive amount of energy. But the ability for us to experience that energy is determined on how much the body inside is open and able to receive it. Okay, so always remember that. So that's why when we breathe, when we do a little bit of movement, suddenly we have more energy, because what's happening is we are starting to open up the channels inside the body. We have veins inside the body. We have veins and arteries and capillaries. We have blood flow. We have oxygen flow. We have energy flow through nadis, meridians. All of these channels inside of our bodies, like millions and millions of pipelines. And when these pipelines get clogged inside of our body, we aren't able to receive the energy. Just like if you have a pipe here and you have water or you have anything trying to run through, but your pipe is clogged, depending on if it's clogged a little bit, well, it's still able to run, right? And every time it's clogged up more, built up more, it stops the flow. And so we've all known about different types of diseases to where your arteries get clogged, your veins get clogged, and all these different things. And we have to flush it out. We have to clean it out. It's exactly the same idea, except by that time when you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you something is wrong with your body and it's clogged, now you have experience. Your body has already got to the point to where it's actually sick. But we don't ever need to have it go that far, because all we do is stay consistent and do the right type of exercises that, number one, will make you strong and lean. So this way you can have the physique that you like. But also number two, also allowing all the flow of energy to happen inside the body. So this way we're always able to connect to more energy. Remember, energy is always surging through the ground and through the sky. We are the conduit. And all we do is open up the energy and allow the energy to flow in. So we don't have to naturally try to increase the energy. All we're doing is unblocking the body, and naturally energy will come in. Okay. So now let's go ahead. We're going to go and get started with our training here. So let me go and put a timer on. And okay, we'll set this. All right, give me a little indicator. Okay, guys, ready? Let me now move my video. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go and get started. All right, so we're going to start off. We're going to do some hops now. So let's go ahead and warm up the body. So now we're going to go actually into our practice. So what we're doing now, just like we did hops, go ahead and move your shoulders up and down. Keep your body super relaxed. And remember to exhale through your nose every time you come down. And keep on going here. So we're just going to go ahead and do this for about another 10 to 15 seconds. So we're going to get the body warmed up. Okay, so now we're going to go into a move called drop down arms. So pretend like you have water on your hands and you are flinging them down. And do this in a very natural way. And every time when I'm fling down, I'm bouncing my knees. And I'm breathing out, exhaling through my nose. And doing this is helping to release tension in our hands, in our forearms, in our arms, and also in our shoulders. And bring awareness right now. Just feel how the body feels in your arms. Connect to any type of tension that you have. And focus on letting it go. So right now we are in part one. So in flow training, we have 4 parts. So right now in part one, we are focusing on opening up the energy, getting everything to flow. So that includes blood, that includes oxygen, includes energy. So next, we're going to go into heart openers here. So when you close your arms together, you're just going to exhale. Okay, exhale through your nose like this. And remember, take your time, okay? Don't go really, really hard, and make your moves feel natural. Okay, so that means, I'm going to show you an example. If you have your arms down here, because this is your range of motion, just like this, then do it like this, okay? If your range of motion is bigger, you can go bigger. But always listen to your body. Do what feels good for you. Remember, you're in it for the long run. You're not just trying to get a quick workout in for 1 or 2 days, and then you don't feel really good afterwards. So right now we are opening up the body. We are releasing tension in our shoulders, in our chest, in our arms. Now we're gonna go into this next move called a twist. So let's go ahead and twist. And when you twist, you want to have your arms wrapped on your side here, okay? And just go ahead and turn every time and exhale through your nose every time you turn. This has helped you release tension in your back, your spine, and also when you're tapping here on the side, helps open up the energy in your stomach. And it's really good for digestion. Okay, so now you're going to face forward, and you're going to continue to turn your arms from side to side, and now you're just going to be facing forward, facing me. Still exhaling through the nose on every side here. And remember, you're going to keep your arms as loose as possible. So you see how loose my arms are, okay? Your arms should feel like jello, okay? Should feel like jello. And in the beginning, if you find yourself to be really stiff, it's okay, okay? This may take a little bit of time for you, depending on how much movement you do on a regular basis. So take your time, remember to relax, okay? Part 1 right now is all about learning how to relax your body. When you relax your body, more energy can flow through your body. When our bodies are too tense and it's too stiff, you'll find that your energy level is really, really low. And at the same time, it's really tough to go ahead and move around. And that's when we feel heavy, we feel sluggish, and we feel very stiff and inactive, okay? All right, so now that we're done with our warm-up, we're gonna go into part 2. So part 2 is gonna be strength training. So I know how excited you are to push really hard, but I urge you to go ahead and take it easy today. So this way, tomorrow, we still have some gas and we can keep going, okay? So let's come down for some push-ups. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do about 10 to 15 push-ups here. You guys ready? And maybe you can modify them as well. You can be on your knees, you can do them on your feet, you can even do them off of a counter. All right, let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take your time. 6. You can go with my speed or your speed. 9, 10. Okay. Now from here, let's go into some squats. All right, ready? We're gonna be doing 10 squats. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Now we're gonna go into some lunges. You guys ready? We're being alternating lunges. That means one leg in front of the other. So here we go. 1. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. 2, 3, 4. Doing good, guys. And remember, you can always use your arms, your hands to support your knees, or you can put them on your hips if it helps for you. Let's go and do 2 more on each leg here. Last one. Good job. Okay, let's go do some leg raises. Place your hands under your butt if you like, or you can put them on your side. Under your glutes would make it a little bit easier, give you a little bit of leverage. 10 leg raises. You guys ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now let's go into a plank here. All right, we're gonna hold a plank here. We're gonna aim for about 30 seconds or so. So remember guys, 70% max effort, okay? That means listen to your body. And if you have been training every day, or you train at least 3 times a week, and these exercises don't feel super challenging, then feel free to push a little harder. If you don't train 3 times a week, then take it easy. Look at today as basically waking up your body, get your body used to working, used to being using resistance training. You don't want to get too sore. A little bit of soreness is okay. So now 10 more seconds here. All right. Now, let's go ahead and go through that round one more time. Okay, so 10 reps of everything. Coming back into push-ups. And let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go and do those 10 squats. And 1. Doing good, guys. Take your time. Be aware of your body, relax, and stay as calm as you can, tensing only what is needed to do the movements, to do the exercises. I want you to relax everything else. And if this is your first time hearing about that, don't worry, I'll go into more detail. For now, just focus on staying calm and tense only what is needed. Let's go into these lunges. Guys, ready? So the reason why we are staying calm is because we are reconditioning our body to let go of stress, to turn off the fight or flight response or your sympathetic nervous system. Most people's sympathetic nervous system, their stress is constantly on, and their body's always a little tense. And so what we're practicing here, on top of actually exercising, is we're practicing on staying calm. And we're reconditioning our body, let's do one more rep here, to a new state of feeling. Let's come down for leg raises. Let's do about 20 leg raises. We're reconditioning the body to learn how to relax. And while it might be difficult to try to relax when you are exercising, if it's your first time doing this, but you'll find that if you focus on that and you practice this over time, even though your body is breathing heavily, you're only tensing certain areas of the body that is absolutely necessary in order to do the movements. And everything else is relaxed and calm. And what you're doing is you're conditioning your body to be able to use the least amount of energy. Okay, let's go ahead and sit up. Let's go into that plank. If you condition your body to use the least amount of energy, the only energy that's required in order to go ahead and do the movements, you're able to have more energy left over. It's like imagining two cars. And one car is a old school, huge, 8-cylinder car that goes 8 miles a gallon because it uses so much energy, so much fuel in order to travel. While the second car, it can go 80 miles on 1 gallon. Energy efficient car. We are turning our bodies into energy efficient machines. And one of the ways to do so is practicing and teaching our body how to be able to stay relaxed. Okay, good job, guys. So even though we took it easy, I still got a little sweat going on here, and I'm sure you're feeling it a little bit too. So from here, we're gonna go into some stretches. So let's go into a forward fold. Let's go ahead and come down. Reaching for your toes. You reach for your ankles or your shins, or even just your knees. And if you aren't able to touch your feet or get anywhere close, you can always have like a towel you can put behind your feet and have something to hold on to. And simply just leaning forward and just doing the best you can, okay? You don't have to, make sure not to strain yourself. Again, you are focusing on relaxing. You want to relax into the tension. On every exhale, every time when you breathe out, you're going to drop in, you're going to relax. Bring your attention to your breath. Go ahead and breathe in and out through your nose. And any thoughts that come in, just let it flow away. Like a river, the thoughts are just drifting down the river. And if you like to close your eyes, feel free to do so. This will help you be able to connect to your body a little more. Now let's slowly come up. We're gonna go into a pancake split. So open your legs and walk your hands down the middle. And wherever you can get to, it's perfectly fine. And remember to relax into the tension. Instead of trying to force your way down, focus on relaxing. So you relax into the tension. Stay calm. Breathe in and out through your nose. We hold our stretches. The longer you hold your stretch, the better. And so usually we hold anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute or even longer. Bring your awareness to how you're feeling. If you feel any type of stress or any type of agitation, then take it a little easier. Just slowly come back up. Let's go ahead and do a right leg stretch. You're doing your best to stay calm. And a tip here is it's better to go stay calm and not stretch as far than to go and push your body, go a couple inches more, but be super tense or be agitated. The benefits of teaching your body how to become calmer far ways try to become a little more flexible. Because the truth of the matter is your flexibility will come naturally every time when you stretch. This is a principle called natural progression that we're going to be talking about later this week. Let's go to the other side. So therefore, instead of forcing your body to become more flexible, all you do is, okay, thank you, timer. All right. All you do is focus on the actual movements, focusing on doing these practices every day. And you will find that your body would naturally become stronger, become more flexible, and that your channels, all of your energy inside will become more open, which means you'll naturally have more energy as well. Okay, let's go ahead and sit back up. So let's go ahead and lay it down onto the ground. We're going to do a spinal twist. We're going to take our right knee, bring it to the left side of the ground. Make sure your knee touches the ground. And then turn your body and head to the right. Now let's go ahead and switch sides. Take the left knee, bring it over to the right side of the ground. Knee touches the ground. Turn your body and head to the left. And now let's come back to the center. We're going to take both knees, bring it towards our chest, and try to wrap your arms around your legs, holding at the elbows. And if you can't hold at the elbows, hold at just your wrists. And bring your knees to your chest. Try to have your knees touch. You'll be feeling a pinch here in your hip flexors. And bring your head down to the ground. Point your chin towards your knees. This will help keep the back of your neck more aligned, more straighter. And remember to breathe. Remember that every exhale, every time when you breathe out your breath, It's an opportunity to relax a little bit more. Okay. And now if you want to hold on to your knees and you want to either sit up, you can kind of rock up. Let's get into a seated position here. You can do a half lotus, have one leg over like this, or you can just have it placed it under, any way you like. Now I want you to sit here. Go ahead and close your eyes if your eyes have been open. Go ahead and close it now. Now I want you to imagine that there's a giant magnet in the sky, and that is magnetizing the top of your head, lifting it up towards the sky. And just kind of imagine that. This will help keep your posture more upright. And don't worry about it if it's really tough and you feel tension in your back. It's okay, just do the best you can. And now we're going to take 50 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And afterwards, followed by inhale, hold. And an inhale, hold is where we're going to take a deep breath in. We're just going to hold our breath. And we're going to hold our breath for, let's go for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Or just always do the best you can. In through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, 50 times. And let's begin. I'll take one big deep breath in and hold your breath for about 30 to 45 seconds. Focus on relaxing. The calmer you are, the easier it is to hold your breath. Just now 10 more seconds. Okay, so now go ahead and exhale. Good job, guys. And so now keeping your eyes closed, just want you to bring your awareness and just feel how your body's feeling. And connect to that feeling of calmness, feeling of relaxation. Connect to that inner stillness. Being calm and relaxed is our natural state in our body. Every time when we do a practice like this, we get our body to be more used to being calm, being relaxed, and being at ease. And when our body is calm and relaxed, our body is in balance and it's in peace. And when our body is relaxed, calm, and at peace, our mind becomes calm, relaxed, and at peace as well. And so keeping your eyes closed, we're going to sit for about 2 minutes or so in a short meditation. Just focusing on that feeling of calmness and relaxation inside the body. And to help let go of any thoughts that come in, add part of your awareness to your breathing, breathing in and out through the nose. And just focusing on this area here, right above your mouth, right above your upper lip, where the air comes in through your nose. And just focus on the air coming in and out of your body. And now, whenever you're ready, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. And just take a moment just see, just look around, just notice a sense of clarity, sense of feeling light, and a sense of calmness. No matter how hard hard do you push your body during the strength training, which we will progressively push our bodies more throughout the week. But the way you feel at the end of every practice, the end of every workout, will always be very, very similar. You'll always feel calm. You'll always feel relaxed. You'll always have a sense of clarity. You'll never feel exhausted. You'll never feel like you need a nap, like you need a break. It'll be the total opposite. You'll feel recharged. Feel like you're ready to go and tackle the rest of the day. That's how exercise is supposed to make you feel. And the way that we do our practice, we always start off with some type of warm-up, way to go ahead and open up the body, get the body to be able to relax, which helps with preventing injuries, which helps with getting the muscle to be conditioned, getting the blood flowing. So when we do go into any type of strength training to actually work on building strength, building more muscle, burning fat, cardio, endurance, things like that, our body's already primed. Then we always finish off afterwards by doing a little bit of stretching. So this way we can help release any tension. And then we finish off with meditation to bring our center and reconnect to our body and silence our mind. This week, we're going to be learning about how our energy levels, how it can be affected by so many factors. And one of the factors is a racing mind. When our mind is racing and our mind is constantly thinking, it's an energy drainer, one of the biggest energy drainers. And for you guys that are working hard, you have a lot of things going on in your life, and you find yourself constantly thinking, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so this practice is going to help silence your mind. So now you're able to focus on the things that are most important, even if you do have 20, 30 different things going on. You're able to focus on one thing at a time.